Hey guys, how's it going? I never know how to start these things when I eventually do. It always catches me off guard. Um, I guess. Hi. I'm just gonna be doing like some doodling, casual. Okay. Every time YouTube gives me like this same stupid notification that, oh, you're sharing your screen right now. Yeah, because I pressed a button to share my screen. It should be pretty obvious. Like, you're acting like I don't get information. Oh, hello, hi, how's it going? I thought let's just do some sketching and maybe chat with you guys because it was really fun last time we did the stream and you guys just listened to me complain about about Tusk. I almost said Husk. Man, I've only seen Has Been like once and I have mixed feelings on it, but I keep like slipping up and accidentally mentioning like character names. Or like thinking something's a reference. Oh man, it's awful. Walrus man. So how your guys' week's going? Any like new information you'd like to share? I don't know about my week. I got a lot of work done. I finally finished my storyboarding for get this, my final full-length short film for my animation class. So, scary but also exciting at the same time. So, I mean, I'm making a short film. It's probably going to take a lot out of me, but I'm going to get it done, whether the world wants me to or not. I keep trying to pick a brush for what I want to draw because I don't really draw in Clip Studio Paint all that much. I'm more of a Procreate gal, so it like I feel like I'm wrestling with a fish when I'm doing this. Oh, well, I'm sorry about the semi-bad part, and I'm happy you had a semi-good week. Now I can't find the brush I was using. Where did it go? Okay. Yeah, this brush ain't it. This brush is not it. Gotta pick one out. There is no fish brush. How can I use a fish brush if there's no fish brush? I'm probably so biased right now because I got literally the greatest pen at a college fair today. It looks like a carrot and it writes so smoothly and it's fine tip. And I don't think any pen I will ever use will be able to compete. You like fish. Who would have guessed? Eh. I think I'm gonna draw a character redesign I made today. I've had this character for a while, but I haven't drawn her really since middle school, even though she's an integral part to one of my OC lores. So I thought, you need to buckle down and start drawing her again. And I needed to change her design because she was genuinely just a circus baby knockoff. So I changed it to hopefully a little more unique. Oh yeah. I'm not a big vegetable girl. I'll admit it. I'm not a big like produce person. I like produce in some things, but I don't get the people who can just eat like straight up produce. Like I get if you're eating it with like a sauce or something, or it's cooked in a certain way, but just straight up produce is crazy. You know? Like it's like I've seen people just eat onions like they're apples, and it creeps me out. Ugh, raw potatoes. Okay, I am a potato fiend. Like, I guarantee you, whatever form a potato has been in, I have indulged. But I physically cannot wrap my head around eating a raw potato. Okay, okay, it depends what the temperature of the potato is. Because, like, a cold raw potato, maybe. Maybe a cold. A warm one, that's just a baked potato at that point. But imagine eating a lukewarm potato. Yuck! I was able to draw her so well in class today. Well, this popular girl was like, she was like looking over my shoulder the entire class. And I think she was like a little freaked out, but I'm kind of used to that. So you're on a plane, right? You're on a plane and you're watching my stream. That's actually kind of awesome right now. I mean, a warm potato, but like a warm raw potato. Like my mom does that, and she'll put some like something, and she'll put like something on it. You know, like that's not that bad. Because isn't that just a cooked potato at that point? There's a difference between, but yeah, lukewarm potato. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying lukewarm would be just disgusting, and I'm not sure about anything else. That's a good question. Who is Luke? Is Luke in the room with us? Luke, can you come to the front of the class? Okay. Whoops, it looks a lot like me. I had a lot of fun drawing her in class. This character of mine. I got the idea for the redesign for her. I've always really liked her character. I don't know, like something about her just kind of resonates with me. I created her because she's a robot who wants to be a human, and like it's so sad. She's just got like a little mood board from like teen magazines about like just random like normal human things, and she befriends a boy who wants to be a robot. So you know they kind of complement each other nicely. Metal Sonic. I don't know. It's like if you were shipping, if you could ship songs, I completely would ship the song "Human's Touch." Oh, I forgot who wrote the song "Human's Touch," and "I Want to Be a Machine" by the Living Tombstones. That would be an awesome combo. There it is. Aw, thank you. You're sweet. Okay, why are you guys talking about starting World War III in the comments? I'm like half paying attention to the comments because I'm so locked in on the drawing right now, and all I see is you guys talking about how you're going to start World War III. What did I miss out on? Yeah. Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I got a lot done today, so that's pretty cool. Probably gonna have to clean my room over the weekend because it's pretty messy in here. I mean, it's tidier than it was before. I don't really have like that messy of a room, but oh well. I need to make. I keep forgetting that you can't like zoom in with your fingers on a display tablet, so it kind of catches me off guard whenever it doesn't work for me. Oh, she's so funky looking. Look at her. She's not meant for this world. To be a machine and oh, why'd you have to stay home? Were you sick? I really don't think they would like each other. I don't know. I just feel like she wouldn't like Circus Baby, just like personality wise. Because I feel like one of them, like Circus Baby, I think is much more calculating in her decisions and like the things she does. How about this? Okay, so this character's name is Cass, by the way. I feel like the best way to describe it, to describe her like actions and her motivations, is that she's quite literally just doing what instinct tells her. Like I like the idea of something created by a machine, like something that is a machine but acts so animalistic. I always go nuts for that character trope. It's fantastic. I can't find my original brush. What happened? I lost it. Why are none of my brushes working now? This is bizarre. Oh, that might be why, because I have the color set to white. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of stupid. Well, so much for that, because now I actually can't find my brush. Oh, there it is. I'm using the oil paint brush. I can't remember if this is one of the like preset ones or if it came with the rest of or if it came with CapCut. Yeah, I've always been the way I think of code is that so many people blame machines, and believe me, I am as anti-AI and computers replacing humans as possible, but I think so many people misinterpret what computers are. I mean, essentially, computers, the way I think of it, they're just animals. They're acting on code on it, like, which is basically just instinct if you think about it. They're told to do something, like something literally hardwired into them tells them to do something, so they act on it. And I kind of wanted to put that into a character because I think that's really interesting. Also, yeah, the Frankenstein influences of kind of like yeah, I just made a homunculus in my basement. What animal would I be if I was in the Sonic universe? I really like beavers and possums. I think they're kind of cool looking. I also like meerkats. Ah, not the AI, dude. That's not even drawing at that point. Aw, that'd be fun. But yeah, I love characters. I don't know. I love like doomed homunculi characters, if that makes any sense. Like like Frankenstein's monsters. I love characters like that so much, especially when they have an arc of like trying to fit into regular human society. I eat it up every time I see it. It's wonderful. I accidentally drew stitches. It's supposed to be bolts. Blue bread. And golden. I think the reason I like drawing her so much is because I don't have to stick to traditional anatomy. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like flip the canvas that often when I draw, mostly because I forget and I'm just kind of lazy. So I don't think you're the only one. I mean, how long have I been drawing digitally? Like literally years and years and years and years and years and years. It's funny you ask that because I'm quite literally looking at paper right now as a reference for this because I have a bunch of doodles. I can post the doodles I made and this drawing on posts when you're done just so you can like get a good look at what she's kind of supposed to look like because I have other drawings. I have this really cool idea where like her jaw ninjas. I have this really fun idea where she's programmed to constantly smile, like literally smile no matter what. So instead of her mouth frowning like this, like come on. Instead of her mouth frowning like this, as traditionally you would frown, she frowns like this. Just the corners of her mouth go down because that's literally all she can move on her mouth. I don't know. I'm tempted to have her speak just be like the facade for I don't I'm just tempted to have her teeth be like the facade for a speaker or something, and they kind of do like the Bender from Futurama thing where they glow. I'm still trying to like work out the kinks of like how her character would function. All I'm thinking looking at her is that she would be a nightmare to animate. That is awesome. I love that. Oh, that mysterious brown square in the bottom right corner. I'm so embarrassed that you guys noticed. But for some reason, YouTube doesn't have a feature to disable your camera, like turn off your camera. So I just have a cover over my camera. So technically, the mysterious brown square you're looking at is me. That is the mysterious brown square. La 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 la. Oh wait, I forgot to draw my favorite part of her. I love drawing the weird thing on her neck, the neck joint. I'm a square. Yeah, face reveal, guys. I'm a brown square. This is what I actually look like, by the way. Literally, I'm not even joking with you. Be a fit. Okay. How about this? This completely would change my answer. Am I an adult or a child in the FNAF universe? That is the one factor. I really like fish. Okay, I'd rather be a fish. Genuinely, I would rather be a fish. Because at least with the fish, you just get eaten. That's all that happens to you. But, like, dude. As a veteran FNAF fan, no. Just no. Like, come on. I know the second I step into the FNAF universe, William Afton's gonna come for my ass, dude. He is going to snatch me up and I'm gonna become the next Freddy. I would not do well in the FNAF universe. Especially as an incredibly uncoordinated person. Like I was an uncoordinated child. I am an uncoordinated teenager / almost adult. You know? I have never used Whiteboard Fox. I've been trying to try out like yeah, fun fact, I'm actually Freddy. That's why the square is brown. I'm actually just Freddy, but like my video footage is really blurry. Yeah, that's also true. Completely true. Man, the one thing sniping my anatomy, I can't draw legs at all. You just saw that. That was horrible. Oh, she looks so weird like that. But I mean, again, this is why I like her. You don't really have to follow anatomy, you know? Because she's kind of just a homunculi. Yeah, like, I don't know how many of you guys watched my latest speed paint on my channel, the one with, like, all of my OCs. I got stuck on Jesse's part for a good hour just because I could not draw the legs. It was so unfortunate. Awful. Truly awful. Bait and switch. One and all. Yeah, feet. Genuinely, when I draw feet, you just pull out the old cartoon thing, you know? I either do the Vivian Madrano, where you have like the little spider leg, or the old cartoon. I also, one thing I promise you guys, if I ever animate anything, I wholeheartedly refuse to put toes in it. I will never draw toes. Ever. I don't care if it's even part of an assignment, I refuse to draw toes. Yuck! Never drawing toes. Oh, toes. The one thing that like toes like are so interesting to me because like, do you know that your bone structure gets changed by shoes? Like, have you ever noticed that like younger kids' feet, like their toes, like go out more? If that makes any sense. And then like the older you get and the more you wear shoes, the more close together your toes become. Like, and then like women who like wear wedges their whole life or like really tight, like pointy high heels. Have you ever noticed how their feet shape are almost like this? And you have, I don't know. Feet are weird. Feet are genuinely so weird to me because like, why do we need toes? You know? I know it's so like for grip strength or something, which is just weird. Have you ever gripped onto anything with your toes? What am I talking about? Genuinely, what am I talking about? I just got like too lost in the conversation, and then I remember I was talking about like how toes work. Cutie patootie. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, guys, watch me struggle with legs for the next hour and a half. That was not it either. We do hate legs here. Trying to think if I like this. I don't really like it. I keep forgetting I have this brush. Wee. Wee. My favorite food. Hold on, I'm gonna get real specific for a minute. My two meals of all time, like don't even get me started, are the bacon queso burger with a chocolate the $7 meal deal with the bacon queso burger, a chocolate sundae, and a root beer at Dairy Queen. $7.66. I order it so many times I already know how much it's all going to come out to. And then my second favorite meal of all time is the cheesy double beef burrito with no sour cream and a regular size nacho fry and a Mountain Dew freeze at Taco Bell. I am a junk food fanatic. Don't even get me started. Oh, I can't draw legs. Can I spell what out? Imagine having legs. Yeah, of course, doodle. Yeah, I love it when people draw with me. It's fun. Yeah, I got so mad today because I was listening to music in my art class and I was listening to music on my Mac, but then my phone randomly says I'm going to you're going to start listening to Spotify on your phone instead. Spotify wasn't even open on my phone. I don't know why it connected to my phone and started playing Spotify on my phone. But the app wasn't even open. I checked you know how you can check to see what apps you have open by swiping up? Ugh, it drove me nuts. And then it wouldn't let me reconnect. It was so obnoxious. You know what? I'm so done with the legs. I'm just gonna cave and I'm gonna leave them as this. And it sucked too because I really liked the song I was listening to. Should I color this or no? I don't know if I should color this. I kind of want to color it, but I don't want to color it. I don't even know what colors I would choose. Because originally I just kind of had a blue color palette, but now I'm kind of debating it. I almost want to give her more mannequin colors. Okay, so a little bit of a lore dump. She was created to essentially be someone's replacement, but that person is still living. So she's just essentially got the craziest case of body dysmorphia because she doesn't really know who she's supposed to be because the person she was meant to be is kind of already her in living the life that she was told she's supposed to have. So, the stairs? Yeah, that was her original color palette, kind of a little blue, but I'm kind of thinking about maybe giving her more of a, I don't know, kind of the peachy color, kind of, okay, you know how mannequin skin colors are always kind of off, you know? It's a really washed out, they're always really washed out. For example, darker skin tones, they're always weird muted grayish colors. For Caucasian skin tones, they always have a weird kind of almost sandy color. Like the colors aren't, they're not accurate, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I was thinking about giving her like kind of the washed out colors of like an old department store mannequin. I don't know. Gregory. I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't like kids. She just doesn't seem like the kid person, you know? So the person she was designed to replace is, of course, a human. Duh. So, I don't know, she kind of gets like really hostile when she meets her because it's like, how about this? How would you react if you found a doppelganger of yourself that was made of like completely different material than you? You know? Like that would probably freak you out. I also do like the idea of her being made of mannequin parts to give her more of a like disheveled, like put together look because her creator had very limited resources at his disposal. She was meant to replace William Afton. Yeah. Spot the difference. Impossible edition. Spot the difference. Pumpkin. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna like, you're gonna help me pick out a color palette for her because I don't know what to choose. Oh, thank you. Where color palette. Oh, that's so funny. I am attached to both of them for different reasons. I really like. Okay, I'm attached to the person she's supposed to be because I don't know. I just really like the idea of like you're always trying to do something that feels impossible, and then I like her because it's very much the doesn't fit into society. Like she really wants to be a human, and it's for really pure reasons. Like it's not like she's like wishing the downfall of humanity by wanting to be a human so she can like infiltrate and destroy them. No, she just wants to go to Safeway. She just wants to go grocery shopping. She just wants to be a normal human being. Oh, thank you. I have all these. Why are there a bunch of white lines on my screen? No! Why are there a bunch of white lines on my screen? Ah! I have listened to Freebird, mostly because my friend never stops playing Freebird. When we're on the phone, he'll just randomly start playing Freebird, yeah. It is a good song. Me when I forget somebody's face. I'm giggling. She does. I feel so bad for her. Like, it's so funny. I have all these notes written on the paper for her. Mind you, I was doing this in front of somebody I didn't know drawing this. And here's some of the notes I wrote. And I'm like 90% sure the girl next to me read all of these. Digs through the trash. Cutie patootie. She's literally a sweetie pie. Right next to a drawing of her unhinging her jaw, by the way. And then she's literally so cute. I love her. Man, W. I love Bending the Machine. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. Why is there just a random gray in the corner? Why is it not letting me click on the gray? Okay, if you insist, buddy. Yeah, she literally just wants to be a human being. She just wants to be a human being. That's it. golden. No, hers too purple. That's the thing. Okay, this color palette, the warm color set color palette, drives me nuts because every single color in it is some derivative of purple. So it's like, can I just have a regular color that isn't purple? She does. She just wants to be normal. Ooh, cardstock. I like cardstock. It's fun to draw on. I use a lot of that in my sketchbooks. I was hoping to eventually make a sketchbook tour because I've been keeping one for like a long time. And I post about it a little bit on my channel, but there's actually a crazy amount of stuff in there. I am slightly aware of Team Fortress 2. I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, I'm not like a fan of it. I've never played it. I mostly know of it from like all of the Gmod animations. I know that's a really lame reason to know something, but it was the way I was raised. Oh, hello. I'm so mad that there's just random white lines on my screen now. I gotta go erase all this by hand! No! Oh, thank you. Seriously, I'm kind of freaking out, you guys, because I don't have a video for tomorrow. I have some scheduled for like a few days from now, but I don't have one for tomorrow. Oh, hello. Shouldn't have done that. I have one scheduled for tomorrow, but not. I don't have one scheduled for tomorrow. No, it's okay. I don't like him either. Um, I actually had to draw him for a project. Well, not like a project in like class, more like a personal project. I'm making like mood boards of my OCs. I have them posted on different days though, like scheduled for different days because I figured you guys wouldn't want back-to-back mood boards. That's the thing I've been trying to do. I've been trying to give you more varied content. I know some because I'm worried some of my content is too repetitive and I want to give you guys like new stuff, you know? And I'm also trying to push myself a little bit more to create like newer stuff. I feel like adding. I like completely whitewashed her. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Mannequin. I feel like that's still a little off. Hold on. What do I have it at now? Huh. It's a little lighter. I don't want her to be orange though. I'm like, wait. That might be the color. Hold on. I feel whenever I'm like color picking, I feel like that one clip of I Show Speed with where he's like doing like the snake charmer thing and like the Egyptian music is playing in the background. I think that's so funny. I don't know. It's been stuck in my head all day. It's a good song. Okay. Encanto Hate is so forced. I love that movie. That movie is genuinely so good. And no one can change my mind about that. My most. Oh, no! Don't make me choose! Okay. It's a solid tie right now. It's a solid. Oh my. Stop. Stop. When you said it's me, that opened up a floodgate to the most awful middle school memories where I didn't realize everybody in the room could hear that song playing through my headphones. Don't remind me, please. But yeah, I can probably still sing it genuinely. The masks that we wear pretend they are there. Will you? Yeah, watch me hit everything but a note. Let's see. My favorite OC. I have 3 that are very close ties. It honestly just depends what my mood is, and I'm being so honest about that. So, a lot of the times, it's Veronica. I've put her in so much. I just post her my mood board. I feel like her all the time. I feel like her all the time. Like you're just trying to get by, you know? You're just trying to live your life and get by. Like I feel like a song to describe her is just 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. Let's see. My second like my close to being a tie for first. Okay, honorable mention is Bonnie. Okay, Veronica I've had for the longest. Bonnie I've had for the second longest. And I have a very close tie to her for sentimental reasons, but I don't feel like there's much going on in like the relatability character-wise department, if that makes any sense. Like, I just kind of feel nothing towards her emotionally. Like, I don't look at her and think, she's so me, you know? I just think, yeah, you're cool. I'm glad I created you. But yeah, most relatability. Ah, man, I'm choosing Allison. I love her so much. I think Veronica and Allison. I'm just really close to them. Rory, I like Rory too, what she's got going on. It is blue. Maybe I will make her blue. Because I like the idea of the warm versus cool colors going against each other. Should I give her purple hair? Should I give her gray hair? But those colors are too similar to each other in saturation. Hold on. Actually, it's more of a purple. Yeah, that's lavender. It's more of a lavender color. I don't hate it, though. I kind of like it. Snake goat. That's fun. Who's your favorite YouTuber, you guys? Like, who do you like to watch all the time? I like MatPat. I really like Game Theory. Oh, thank you. It's very wiry. She doesn't watch it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I meant like not me. Don't say me. I like Game Theory. I don't know. I'm a really big fan of Defunctland. Fun fact about me, and I've actually been hoping to like find a way to incorporate this into my channel. I am a sucker for lost media and theme parks and animatronics. I live and breathe that stuff. You don't understand. I love it so much. Also, worst submechanophobia of anybody you have ever met. Like if I ever fell into the water of the Jaws ride, just put me down. I don't want to be in there anymore. I would genuinely rather die than have to spend 30 seconds in there. Ugh. Like, I don't know. Submechanophobia, I can't. It's awful. Like, I get so creeped out thinking about it. Like, just like old animatronics and stuff in water. Yuck! I might even make an alternate version of her like sketch so I can have a different color palette. Maybe like do some testing. Yeah, and it is to the weirdest thing ever. Hand sanitizer. I am so like, okay, it's like I can use it once in a blue moon, but if I use it regularly, my eczema kicks in and goes full throttle and absolutely destroys like my skin. It's awful. Um, like it's so funny. It's such a problem that when my mom sees me putting on hand sanitizer, she goes, Sonora, what are you doing? And I'm like, huh? Because sometimes, like, since it's such a weird allergy to have, I sometimes forget I'm allergic to it. So I'll put it on. Because, like, name a person who's allergic to hand sanitizer, you know? So I'll forget I'm allergic to it sometimes and I'll be putting it on. And then like the next day I break out in like horrible hives all over my body. Sucks. It sucks. Yeah, tree pollen. That one's pretty common, I've heard. I know a lot of friends who are allergic to tree pollen. Stinks. Um, yeah. Also, it sucks because I'm one of those people who it's like if I touch something I think is remotely dirty, I will immediately go wash my hands. So if I wasn't allergic to hand sanitizer, it would probably be my best friend. I would carry it everywhere with me. I would apply it constantly, you know? Because I'm not going to lie, the people are like the kids around me at school, they could be disgusting sometimes. Like I swear, I watched them pick their nose and then rub their grubby little hands on every single surface around them. It is nasty. Disgusting. You're allergic to Pepto Bismol. Yeah, that one, I've never heard of anybody who is allergic to Pepto Bismol. Enjoy your weird niche allergy. I do not enjoy mine. Then sneeze. Sneeze. Come on. Weird science. Weird science. Cotton pants. Oh, I just noticed I accidentally kind of gave her like, yeah, I kind of gave her like some horns going on with the hair. Huh? Well, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I just think it's high school. Like the high school environment is just kind of nasty altogether. You know? I mean, I just don't think it's right for me. I know as soon as I get to college, um, I'm gonna find my people in college. You know, believe me, I think everybody has a place in the world. They just gotta look for it. Some people find it immediately and some people find it later. And I mean it doesn't matter as long as you do. Oh, thank you. Because I made my Pinterest, not my Pinterest. I've made my Spotify like all cute and aesthetic. I made character playlists for some of my characters, and I made cute. I'm so happy. Happy birthday. Why am I playing with a mixing brush? What am I, an animal? Yeah, I currently have one up for Bonnie, Warren, Veronica, and Allison, I think. I'm planning on making more. It just takes me a little bit of time to make the cover art for them. So, I have it linked on my channel too. Like if you go to my bio, you can see it's linked like where all my other links are and stuff. Hatsune Miku is a Vocaloid synthesizer created in the early 2000s and is often used in Korean music. Weird science. Weird science. Miku mentioned. Oh. I love that. What do I think awesome sauce tastes like? Ooh. Okay, so I'm a Californian, so if you guys are from California, I don't know if you guys will get this because I don't think you guys have Sonic Burger. I mean, I don't think you guys have In-N-Out Burger. But if you have ever gone to In-N-Out Burger, I think awesome sauce tastes like the sauce they put on that burger. It is so good. I love it. California is the place that I am currently located. Silicon Valley, baby. It's so funny living in Silicon Valley because I keep seeing like people romanticizing it like online and stuff and thinking like, oh man, the tech capital of the world. And then it's like, yeah, we live by Levi's. It's like, well, not like directly, it's still a decent drive, but it's like, yep. Where the Super Bowl is sometimes held. The Super Bowl was held close, like somewhat, not completely though, close to where I am currently existing in the world. So that was kind of cool. Like I was just kind of sitting on my couch thinking, huh, Bad Bunny is like a 45-minute driving distance from me right now. I was doing a craft on the couch. I'm not a big sports person. I mostly only tune in for the halftime shows every year. I don't even understand that question. Do hair combs rain from the sky in California? Okay, if this is like a niche reference or something, you're gonna have to explain this because I'm chronically online, but not that chronically online. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have Sonic, but I'm talking about In-N-Out Burger because isn't their whole branding from like about California and stuff? Also, don't they have Bible quotes or something on the bottom of their cups? I feel like I remember people talking about that. I'm not a look underneath your cup person, so I've never noticed. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to look into it, but I remember seeing a video about it. And as a Californian, why do I not know this information? Like, why do I not know this? I feel like I should know. Like it's one of the things like we're kind of iconic for, Wait, Cool Cat? Like, is that one children's book character? If so, I do remember. I have never tried Village Inn. Yay, you drew her in the grocery store. I'm so happy. If you post it and tag me, I'll look for it. Autonomous hair combing. I don't know. I've always liked the idea of like her father in quotation marks. He like has to comb her hair every once in a while because she gets like all gross and weird. But he's like really reluctant to do so because he doesn't really like caring for her that much. So he's kind of like a little irritated whenever she comes home and she's like covered in trash. I don't know. I like to believe she just goes digging through trash. Okay, have you ever seen stuff on like Nextdoor where people complain that there's like a raccoon in their trash can? Yeah, no. So that actually wasn't a raccoon. That was Cass. That wasn't a raccoon. Oh, sorry you don't have a channel. But that's nice you drew her. I'm happy. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, silver dollar pancakes. That sounds good. I'm a big Denny's person myself. Oh, I love Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Stop. I used to watch that movie all the time as a kid. It was great. Hold up. Wait. I'm actually kind of digging the weird white lines on her legs. Hold on. Wait, I might be cooking something. We're gonna see if I can cook. Hold on. What is this brush I'm dealing with? Seriously, Clip Studio Paint makes me feel like I'm practicing sorcery. Oh, thanks. I mostly did that because I'm too lazy to like learn proper anatomy. So that's why I'm signing up for a figure drawing class next year. I'm so upset. I'm gonna have to actually learn art instead of just making OCs all day. Yeah, that's like that's genuinely the most painful thing about wanting to become an animator. Actually learning the things animators need to learn. But like, we're making it happen. I believe in myself. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm excited. I want to learn animation. I like learning these things. It's just kind of like I wish I could do my own thing, but I understand that this is what I have to do to be in this profession. I don't know how many of you guys are new viewers or not, or if you don't remember, but surprise, I do not plan on going back to my high school for senior year. I'm either applying for my school's middle college program, and if I don't get in, I'm taking the test so I can graduate with my diploma early. Well, technically, I'm not getting my diploma. I'm getting my equivalency tests. I'm getting my equivalency test, but those are essentially the same thing. It just shows, yeah, you know enough to be a high school graduate. So you're free. But yeah, I don't plan on going back to senior year. I think it's a waste of my time. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of high school. Oh, that's nice. You're improving. Everybody, I'm like so happy when I hear people say that they're improving, especially when they're trying to improve. Big fan of that. Like, take the effort, you know? Okay, about the creativity thing. It literally depends 100% on the teacher you get. I have quite literally the most amazing teacher right now. He is so great. I love him so much. And he completely lets us exercise our creativity. In fact, I actually got marked down points on a recent assignment because he said I wasn't creative enough and I needed to use a different character than my last assignment. So he's fully encouraging you to be as creative as possible. It just depends on the teacher. Also, I think the course, because yeah, for like figure drawing, duh, you're not going to be able to be creative, because you have to draw what's in front of your face. Or then color theory. Oh, I'm kind of dreading that. I want to take a class on color theory. I'm so scared, guys. Oh geez. I just tell myself if I can handle my trade school right now because it's a big workload, considering I'm still 17 in high school. Yeah. I think I handled it pretty well. I'm so zoomed out on the canvas. I don't hate this color palette. I don't hate this. Okay, bye. I'll still be here. Yeah, I need to lock in. But the unfortunate fact is, oh, hold on. Oh, thank you. But a lot of, I don't know, a lot of art. That's the thing with cartoons is that when people give art advice, and by the way, this isn't like because of anything you said. A lot of art advice, I feel like is very. How about this? I'm just gonna put it as bluntly as possible. I think a lot of art advice to cartoonists can be useless because a lot of art advice is meant for like artists, like the people who are drawing like paintings. Like think the Mona Lisa. Oh, don't get me started on on radio. Don't get me started on Video Killed the Radio Star. I love that song. The fact that it was MTV's first broadcast ever, like the first thing they ever broadcasted on air, and then it had literally tens of millions of people watch it, and then it was the last thing for MTV to air when they disconnected their broadcasts last year at midnight on New Year's Eve and barely had any people watching it. That haunts me to this day. I cannot get over that at all. It haunts me. Oh, oh, you were the first one. Oh, oh, you were the last one. Radio killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. Also, I must admit this. I'm gonna share a really cringe memory with you guys. To prove I'm not cool. I'm a freaking chud. When I saw the episode roster for season 1 of Hazbin Hotel release, I saw that one of the episodes was called Video Killed the Radio Star. I reacted just like that one clip of the guy going, "Oh, it's Tung 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 Sahur. I know him. It's Tung 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 Sahur." I use the word chud a lot. I think it's pretty fitting. Oh, the chalk brush is not doing it for me right now. Okay. The video, I feel like both of them are just doomed, if that makes any sense. Because, like, the rate something that replaces another thing. Like, you know, the horse-drawn carriage replaced the cart. And then the car replaced the horse-drawn carriage. You know, something always replaces another thing. So I feel like at least, okay, the Radio Star's story just ended earlier, you know? I think both are gonna end eventually. But yeah. Oh, the song's called Video Killed the Radio Star. Okay, I want you to know, you just said that you're an unk at 13 years old to a 17-year-old. How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? You were the first one. Oh. I'm like so old, dude. I remember the DS. I still have my old crusty DS sitting in my closet right now. I wasn't allowed to play violent video games as a child, so the only games I had on it were like the Shopkins game, this really fun Monster High racing game. It was like roller ranking, and Cooking Mama's Garden, the second game. Yeah, Pokemon Go. You were the last one. Wait, no, it wasn't Shopkins. It was Squinkies. Hold on. I was a big Shopkins kid, too. But Squinkies, they were like these weird little things. And, okay, I'm going to draw how I remember them looking. They all looked like this to me. They all looked like this to me growing up. And they were all made of rubber. And they were so cute. And I loved them so much. Yeah, Squinkies. See, this is what I tell you. I'm unk, dude. I used to go to Toys R Us, and I used to pick out Squinkies. There was a big Toys R Us where I lived, and I would go there all the time, and I vividly remember that outside, you know how stores have that weird little hallway, like, leading into the store? Like, you're outside, and then you're in this, like, middle area, and then you go into the store? And I remember in that weird little... And it always has the same gray carpet. This is what Squinkies look like. And then, like, on the bottom, like, they would connect to the ground with, like, this little hole in the bottom of their feet. And it was funny because Squishies, they were really chewy. Yes, I chose the word chewy on purpose. I used to bite these things like crazy. Hold on. Yeah, I do the same. So I'm one of the youngest kids in my animation class right now. Everybody, I feel so unk at my high school, and then I feel like such a toddler because all of them are talking about how they have driver's licenses and jobs. It's freaking me out. You were the first one. Oh. I mean, like, I was like, oh, thank God, you're 18 years old and you don't have your driver's license. She just passed her permit test. I'm not safe anymore. But yeah, Squinkies, they were really flexible, and you could do this to them. La 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 la. And you would just, I don't know, I just squish them around, and it was really fun. I really like that song. It's a good song. I'm gonna put the little squishy in the corner because I think she's funny. Squinkies. Oh, I remember they had this great collaboration with the Disney princesses. I used to chew on those all the time. I can still taste that. I can still taste them. Like, it's one of those things like you just remember the taste of something. You were the first one. You were the last one. Baby, you killed the rage. What does texture density mean? Oh. Oh, I'm learning new things. Look at that. Yeah. Still what I'm referring to, the little drawing of the Squinky. That is entirely what I mean when I describe myself as a chud. Chud maxing. You were the first one. Oh, are any of you guys smiling friends? Because have you heard the news that the show got canceled? I mean, not canceled. The creators, like, left, and so they're not continuing it, and it kind of just ended abruptly. I don't know. It sucks, but I understand. I keep seeing the critique online of, like, the how can you get burnt out when it's only 8 to 10 minute episodes? That is 80 minutes of animation. That is not an easy feat. Having to make an 80 minutes of content in like the span of a year is actually kind of crazy to me. Like, I feel like people, like, do they not realize that the how long it takes for you to watch something is not the amount of time it takes to produce it? Because I mean, just our 3 minute short films, which are so bare bones, we have to work 3 months on that, and they're meant to be a minute to 3 minutes. And this is all independent. It's supposed to be bare bones. You know, you're not supposed to go above and beyond. But like this show, like its animation is actually kind of crazy because it's multiple animation styles, multiple scenes. Like there's different backgrounds. Backgrounds take so long to do. Like just the crazy amount of backgrounds. And then the rotoscoping, the CG, having to coordinate behind the scenes with getting all of the different animators on board, because it's not as simple as, hey, come work with us for a bit. You know, there's paperwork. It's, I don't know. It's, I kind of feel bad for them. I feel like they're getting a little too much hate for leaving. Like, no, they shouldn't be getting any hate. I mean, it's their lives. They should have the right to do what they want. I don't know. I feel bad for them. And then honestly, seeing how the fans are coping, I completely understand why they want it out. I know, that's why I was humming it. It kind of looks like Mettatonda. I don't know what to do. I feel like whenever I try to draw something, it accidentally looks like something that already exists, and then I have to start from scratch. I feel it's the shoulder pads and it's the shoulder pads and the hair. What to do? What to do? What the? Yeah, the heart too. It's just a lot of things. I don't know. I'm probably gonna make some changes. I doubt that this is gonna be like my current staying design for them. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't want it to look like Mettaton, you know? He's his own person. Yeah, I was listening to it today. Mettaton. He was always my favorite character. I remember I was like a big fan of Undertale. Undertale, okay, I loved Bending the Ink Machine, but Undertale just has like such a special place in my heart because the Bending the Ink Machine fan base was just so different from the Undertale fan base. Like, I remember I was super young, but like I had no idea what the hell was happening most of the time in the Undertale fandom. But God, was it always funny? I just thought it was funny because, like, what do you mean? There's people making whole AMVs fighting over a fictional skeleton. Like, he doesn't want any of you because he isn't real. Like, I don't know. I keep hearing about like Yumi shipping online. Yume shipping? How do you pronounce it? Is it Yume or Yumi? I'm like so fascinated by Yumi shippers. I know a Yumi shipper in real life, and it's really, yeah, no, the Undertale fandom stench. That is not an aura, that is an odor. um like the girl who tried to snipe out another, like a fan artist in the fandom because they drew a ship she didn't like and put needles in the cookies she gave her. What? And then what makes it even worse is that there's a chance that that story could have been made up and doctored. Like, so both options in my mind, like both possible outcomes are actually kind of crazy to me. Oh, okay. So some of you guys don't seem to know what I'm talking about, so let me explain. So basically, this one fan artist was very popular in the Undertale community a while back. And they were very controversial because of some of the ships they made, but they were also very popular. Like, okay, it was like those creators that are like really popular, but they kind of have some weird fan art under their belt that kind of makes you give them a side eye. It was like that. So, because of the characters that they were shipping together, a lot of people had a lot of backlash, but all of the backlash stayed online, in like just online discourse and in fandom spaces. Yeah, it was a non-issue. It was mostly like it wasn't a non-issue. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it wasn't an IRL issue until, okay, you know how there's artist alleys at conventions? So this fan artist went to an artist alley and had their booth set up. And they were even selling prints and stuff of the weird fan art that they had produced. And then somebody comes up to them, and apparently it was a woman. That's the only thing we know about, that it was just a girl. Ooh, that's nice. Good coffee. It was some girl, no other descriptions, but she apparently said, "Hey, I'm a really big fan of your work. Here's some cookies," and gave her a whole tray of cookies. So a big part of convention culture too is that you go with a big group and you stay in a hotel room with like a group of 5 people. So yeah, of course you could do fan art. I would love that. But because a lot of people were in the room, they all went to grab the plate of cookies because it's like you're going to share with the people in your room. If like most people would share, I would not share. Why am I lying? Yeah, I would not share. So the person went to go share the cookies. And okay, it's not funny. I'm not laughing. It's not funny. And then bites into it. And there's a whole sewing needle in it baked in sideways. What? Like, okay, say what you want about Five Nights at Freddy's and Garden of Banban, but there has never been an assassination attempt in those fandoms. Like, there has never. Oh, bye. Have a nice night or day or afternoon wherever you are. But listen, say whatever you want about any fandom, but there has never been an assassination attempt in those. There has never been an assassination attempt. That's all I'm gonna say. Man, and then this apparently freaked out the fan artists so much that they like went into hiding for the rest of their career, and they apparently still have a channel where they just post their weird art, but it's behind a paywall, and they don't have that much of a following. So that's crazy. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper Because there's a fat chance this story was made up. Yeah, the plot thickens. There's a chance this story wasn't just a rumor, because like a rumor is something different, you know? It's where like a group of people spread just misinformation and it becomes kind of seen as fact. No, 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 no. This could have possibly been something maliciously created, like, and that was a complete lie, as in this person made the cookies themselves, put the needle in themselves, took a picture of the cookie, and then made up a story about. Yeah, I'm telling you like the old fandom days. I feel like a grandpa right now. Back in my day, there were assassination attempts in the Undertale community. Now it's just weird fan art of Tenna and Deltarune. I feel like Deltarune wasn't that big of a thing in when I was in middle school. Like it was kind of seen as like Undertale 2. And now it's somehow bigger than Undertale. That's just crazy to me. Like back in my day, these Tenna fangirls were all over Sans. Who's this new TV man coming to replace the OG? Oh, hello. Okay, so back to why people think that this might have been faked. One, it's the simple fact that if you were biting into something, so remember, okay, hold on. We're going to sketch this out because I'm bad at explaining things. So, if you bit into something, it would be easier to be able to feel something if it was sticking up, if that made sense. Like this, the needle was like up. It makes sense that you wouldn't be able to feel it on your mouth because it wouldn't like hit the rim of your mouth. But if it's sideways, there's a chance to bite into it. Your teeth would feel it because that's where you're biting into. So there wouldn't be blood on the cookie. You know? Because it wouldn't have ended up biting. I don't know. It's just weird. How about this? The way the needle was placed into the cookie made people really suspicious. And the fact that the person who told the story had no solid description of the person who provided the cookies. Because you'd think after someone literally tries to take your life via pastry, you'd be able to remember their face. So, and again, if this is real, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what, like, the person drew fan art of shit people didn't like. That does not warrant an assassination attempt. Come on! It's Undertale. Welcome to the underground. Like, come on. Come on! It's the same fandom that has the skeleton who makes frozen spaghetti. Come on. But a lot of people think it's just really strange that one, couldn't remember what the person looked like, had no solid details of how it happened. Two, why would you just take a random plate of cookies from a convention? And three, you said your roommates were in the room, but why were you the only one? Like, okay. And then the other thing people were saying was that, remember, it wasn't a singular cookie, it was a plate. So the person then said that none of the other cookies had the needle in. So what are the odds of the first cookie you choose having the one that has the needle in it and none of your roommates getting to it first? And also, why would only one of them have a needle? I'm sorry, this genuinely haunts me. This story genuinely haunts me. I think about it all the time. I still wonder to this day if it was true. And you have to remember, this creator was facing a lot of backlash on the internet. So a lot of people theorize that they could have made this story up to gain sympathy so the backlash would stop, if that made sense. So, I don't know. It's a crazy rabbit hole. I recommend looking into it because it's genuinely so interesting to me. Undertale. Welcome to the underground. It fries me because I'm sorry. Again, this situation is not funny at all, but I keep seeing this one picture like of the needle cookie, and it has the symbol for the genocide route underneath it from Undertale. And it's like, and then people say, like, well, somebody didn't choose the pacifist route. All over, all of this over ships. Man. This is kind of why when I like something, I kind of choose to just interact with the media by myself, if that makes any sense. Like I just kind of it's like sitting in the corner at a kindergarten playing with blocks by yourself. You know, you're still playing with the toys, you're just not playing with other people. Cuz like I feel like other people, you know, they can ruin stuff really freaking quick. I don't know. Like a lot of FNAF fans I think go way too far with some stuff. Like, for example, I did not like this. Me, number one FNAF movie, Michael Afton Glazer. I will forever glaze his character because he was based off of Dave from the Silver Eyes, who is literally my favorite character of all time without competition ever. But yeah, the actor Freddie Carter, people, okay, there's a difference between calling a character ugly versus an actor. And people were being so mean to the actor who played Movie Michael. And it made me so sad because it's like, he's not. Okay, first of all, I want you to know his discoverography is actually so funny because every other role he's played before this has been the romantic lead in a teenage horse series, like a teenage rom-com horse riding series. That is so funny to me that he's just the love interest. It was like a series called Free Reign or something. So like, you know, okay, just statistically, a bad looking guy would not be cast as the lead in a romantic comedy. That's just logic, you know? And also, do people not understand what prosthetics are? He doesn't actually look like that, you guys. They put the amount of gel they had to have put in his eyebrows for them to do like the absolute vertical rise they do in the film. I'm sorry, it cracks me up. Every face he makes in that movie is so priceless to me. Like he looks like this the entire movie and it kills me. Literally like I eat this up. This is so funny. He has the best up to no good expression. Not even like okay, for me, there's a difference between an up to no good expression and a villainous expression. He looks like he's plotting mischief, not villainy. I'm also a big fan of when he says, Vanessa, we could be our father's legacy. And then she says, nah, I kind of like these people more than you. And he goes, it's okay. I'm not hurt. Freddy, break their bones. Like he's so 4-year-old coded, it kills me. Oh well, he's so funny to me. He's just so funny to me. Freddie Carter, I don't know how anybody could hate you. You're awesome. La, 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 la. No, that's what kills me too. They Americanized a British family. This is another really funny rabbit hole I discovered. Because I love Freddie Carter. He's awesome. He's a great actor. In interviews, I discovered a horrible secret. He's actually British. So they cast. So let me get this straight. They turned a British family American, right? For a movie. Probably because most people wouldn't be able to take it seriously because of the accents. That's my main theory. And so this is killing me. They made a British family in the games into an American family in the movies. So they cast a British guy to put on an American accent. Yeah, he's British. I know, FNAF is in Utah. Okay, genuine question. Do you think the Aftons were Mormons? Because isn't Utah like the Mormon capital of the world? Do you think the Aftons were Mormons? If so, does that mean that Clara Afton, I'm sorry, call me old Jen, but I will forever know Mrs. Afton, if she even exists, as Claire Afton. Does that mean that Mrs. Afton has the Utah dent curls. I love that so much. I'm gonna start drawing her with like the Utah curls and the spray tan. I love that. Man, sometimes I forget that Utah touches California. Like, it's so weird being like the longest state because we are connected to like so many different states. It drives me nuts. Yeah, now that I think about it, I would kill to see Mormon Afton family. That would rule. Yeah, California, we're like a huge state. You know, I'm gonna draw Mrs. Afton now in the corner. We're gonna draw Utah. What did I just do? What did I do? Ah, my timeline just popped out and I don't know how to get it back in. Okay. Okay, we fixed it. Wait, no we didn't. Stop. Help. Whew. Oh, that didn't make it any better. Why do I have my timeline on to begin with? Like, like, why do I need a timeline? I'm not even animating right now. I'm putting you in the corner because I don't like you. Yeah, get in the corner, timeline. You're not welcome here. Oh, completely messed up my screen settings. Dang it. I'm sorry, I can't take YouTube emojis seriously. Mormon Mrs. Afton. Woo. That would make me laugh. That would make me laugh if his real name was Utah. Utah. I've always imagined Clara Afton had like purple eyeshadow because of Ballora, because she's got like, I don't know, Ballora, man, I mean, gotta give Ballora her baddie points. You know, she's got like a full face of makeup. Because I feel like people forget that technically she's got purple eyeshadow on because her eyes are closed and they're like purple. Mrs. Afton. Yeah, I don't know. Now that I think about the logistics of the Afton family being British, it makes me laugh because I can just think. All I can think of. Yeah. Did you say David? David? My name is David. Dad, I want some ice cream. David, that is my name. I feel like I cannot capture Utah curls in my art properly. Because it's like, it's not like a curl, it's more of a dent, if that makes sense. I mean, that's okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to figuring out the Utah curls. I think about them constantly. What's in the road? His ball's in the road! He's running out to get it. There is a car, and it's going to hit him. I'm not aware of the band Misfits. Man, you never know what a person does in the privacy of their own home. I'm currently drawing Mormon Mrs. Afton. I don't know a whole lot about the Mormon religion. I should learn more about it because, like, you know, I'm like neighboring the Mormon capital of the world. Normalize giving older characters wrinkles. I don't see wrinkles on older characters nearly enough, and it kind of drives me crazy. Like, they're supposed to be older, you know? Like, I assume how about this? How old do you think the Aftons are? Like, what, like during FNAF 4? How old do you think they are? Because my guess is like, I don't know. I always assumed that like the Aftons, like the parents were always like 40 or something, you know, and that the kids. Here's who I think ages. For Michael, I think Michael is 16 or 17. I think William is like I'm gonna say 43. I think his wife would probably like 40 or 41. I don't know. Then Crying Child. Oh, good night. I would guess the Crying Child is 8, and then Elizabeth. My money on her would be 5. Yeah, that seems about right. Because William doesn't seem that I can see that. Yeah, 13 to 14. The Bite of 87. The Bite of 83 feels very middle school boy activity. Like it's like okay, I as someone who knows middle school boys, who has known middle school boys, I can verify it is totally something a middle school boy would do and think is funny. Yeah, Elizabeth and the Crying Child being twins does kind of make sense, but I like the idea of the Crying Child kind of being the middle child that nobody notices, and both the Crying Child and Elizabeth being so separate to Michael, like being so far away from Michael in age that he's almost kind of alien to them. Like that he doesn't know how to bond with them because he's like literally a year from being an adult, and they're still like babies to him. I don't think that they don't have canon ages, and I don't think it's canon that they're twins, but I mean, it's worth a shot. Mormon Mrs. Afton. Mormon Mrs. Afton. It's time for the Mormon spray cheese tan. Let's go. Utah. I need to go to Utah and just investigate there. I'm very fascinated. Yeah, 15 to 16. I've always pictured Michael having purple braces. Oh, do you want to know something that drives me up a wall? Do you want to know something that drives me up a wall? I don't know if you remember fan art of older fan art of Michael Afton, how they used to always draw him with that stupid bear mask that was meant to look like Lefty because he got entered his entered enema, as his entered enema as Matt Pat would put it, so he has like the bear mask because he's like all rotten. That always bothered me because in my mind he would have a Foxy mask because Foxy was his favorite. Like why, like you please tell me you see what I'm saying. Yeah, Elizabeth being like super young honestly makes sense to me. Like she just kind of feels like a little sister. And it makes sense for her to be so young in age that a lot of the stuff she experiences is honestly just kind of like it's just kind of blurry for her in her memories, Because like it feels weird. Because the thing that's always bothered me is that she's trying to guilt trip Michael in sister location, but she never brings up their brother. It seemed for me, I've always interpreted that he died so young, and when she was so young, that she kind of like forgot a lot about him. So he's kind of like just a distant memory to her. Yeah, I've always pictured her as being like, okay, but specifically in FNAF 4, because I wholeheartedly believe that the little red-haired pigtailed girl, and this may be a Buns take, but I fully believe that the red-haired pigtail girl is Elizabeth Afton, but when she's younger. Because, kids age. Like, it makes sense for her to look younger. Yeah, I'm kind of going a little crazy. Oh, stop. Stop, not the coughing. Like, I'm fine. I'm still kind of coming down from a little bit of a cold. But it's getting better. We're getting better. Yeah, now that I think about it, this is literally Mrs. Afton for me now. I will not be able to picture anything else following this. Yeah, yeah, I am satisfied with this. Yeah, that's Mrs. Afton, all right. I don't know, or wouldn't. I'm trying to think now, because like, oh man, the Aftons drive me nuts. Like in their designs, because you have a dark-haired parent being William Afton, because we know he's got like it's either black or dark brown hair. I've never been able to tell because it's so inconsistent through his portrayals. And you have two dark-haired children, and then you have Elizabeth Afton with her bright orange hair. So assumedly, Elizabeth would probably like Mrs. Afton would probably have to have lighter hair. I don't know. I'm trying. I can never fully picture what Mrs. Afton would look like. I wish the series would do something with her. Because think about, okay, even though MatPat's final like grand FNAF theory was essentially just glorified fan fiction, I really liked it. She's cheating on him. Stop. That's cracking me up. No, even worse. Doesn't Henry have like canonically have like kind of auburny brown hair? No. Oh, that explains why William had beef with. That explains why William had beef with the Emilys. I mean, maybe. But yeah, even though MatPat's like grand FNAF theory was just fan fiction, essentially, I quite liked it. I really like the idea of like now that all the Aftons are no longer standing, just Mrs. Afton comes and just wreaks havoc and becomes the new series villain because she's like determined to keep up the family legacy or something, you know? Yeah, I know they're divorced, but they were married at some okay. There had to be a reason for them to get divorced. That's all I'm saying. This is making me laugh. Man. More pieces of the puzzle. Yeah. Hold up. I literally have the logbook. I have a bunch of the FNAF logbooks. Literally, I'm looking at them right now. Yeah. Henry Emily has like auburn hair. He's kind of got like auburnish hair. And Charlotte is usually portrayed with like kind of a medium brown hair unless it's in the movies and she gets combined with Cassie. Okay, the movies, I fully believe the movies are peak cinema, but don't get me started on the lore implications. I enjoyed them. I fully enjoyed them, but they do make me upset. Preposterous. Yeah, she's got like I don't know, her brothers just kind of seem to have like William's negativity and stuff, you know, like William, he doesn't seem like he'd be a nice person. He seems like he'd just kind of be a nasty individual to be around. So like I assume Elizabeth takes more after her mother because usually, like not always, but in most nuclear families, you know, the daughters take after the mom and the fathers take after and not the fathers and then the sons take after the fathers. So I assume. Okay, we know who Charlotte's mom is. She has barely any importance. So in the Silver Eyes, it's revealed that Henry Emily is divorced. He was married and he had 2 kids. And so what happened was he was married, he had 2 kids, and one of them was named like Sammy or something. I think it's Sammy. And so it was Charlotte and Sammy. And so what happened was when Charlotte was really young, William Afton murdered her. Duh, it's FNAF lore. And then like Henry went crazy and he started, you know, building robots, you know, trying to replace her and trying to bring her back. And so his wife said, "This is a horrible environment for our son Sammy." So she took Sammy and she left. We don't really know that much. No, because I genuinely tried to rewrite FNAF one time, but I got bored because I have I have a clear vision of how I want FNAF to be. Like, okay, one day I want to make like a really long fan fiction that's just FNAF, but like it ignores the lore in some like it doesn't strictly follow the lore. It just makes it a more appeasing story, if that makes sense, you know? Like cut out the weird. Okay, in my opinion too, FNAF ended at FNAF 6 in my mind. Pizzeria Simulator should have been where it ended. I think Ultimate Custom Night was a nice way of showing that William got his comeuppance, but I think everything after that just kind of spat on the story, the legacy. Other than that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the new stuff. I just don't really like the way like the story's going now. You know? My friend would absolutely hate me for saying that because they love Vanessa from Security Breach. Literally, literally dyed their hair to look like her. It is the hyperfixation is that deep and it is that serious. All right, guys, keep it PG in the comments, okay? Okay, yes. I like it. I don't understand it, but I like it. Like that's okay, I think that's the best way to describe my thoughts on like the Mimic. If it were its own independent story, not tied to FNAF, I'd really enjoy it. But it's just the fact that it's FNAF, you know, and it's so like okay, that's the thing that drives me nuts is that they have this great story going for them and then they ruin it with a retcon that reveals oh, like okay, spoiler alert, I guess. Yeah, the newest FNAF games, like the Secret of the Mimics, they essentially imply that Henry and William just did nothing. They were complete fraudsters, which goes against every single thing the series has been trying to say for a long time. Because the way I've always interpreted William's character in FNAF as Dave Miller, aka kind of sort of William Afton's biggest fan, I always liked the interpretation that his character, he was so blinded by jealousy. I don't love the narrative of his kids were the most important thing to him because the way I see it, his work came first, like his goals, his aspiration, and his work, and then his kids and family. And he was so focused on his goals, he eventually lost his family due to negligence. You know, aka Elizabeth, the bite of '83, the circus baby, you know, because of his hubris, he ended up losing the thing that should have been most important to him, didn't realize how important they were until they were gone, and then spent all of his remaining time and energy trying to resurrect them. Because why would he send Michael down to sister location? He was trying to get his sister back. He was trying to reunite the family. So overall, I just think I don't know. He's just so blinded by jealousy because you know he wants to surpass Henry. Yeah, it's just a really messy story. I didn't care for it that much. I mean, it's cool on its own. I just almost wish it wasn't like related to FNAF. What layer is this on? My goodness. Ah. Ah. Yeah, that's neat. Poppy Playtime. I have mixed feelings on the new Poppy Playtime chapter. Again, I think the problem with a lot of these stories is that they just go on for too long. You know, like I think Poppy Playtime, it would have been a peak ending if it had just ended the way it did. Like the player character gets their comeuppance for being a part of the experiments. It wouldn't have been a happy ending, but I think it would have been a satisfying ending. I liked it, especially the speech at the end. about like how you're being reclaimed by the people you left behind, that gave me chills. But the fact we're getting a few more games after this, when I've been feeling that they've been stretching the story for a long time. Yeah, chapter 4, I genuinely forgot every single thing that happened in chapter 4. That was so boring to me. Chapter 5 was fun. I think Lily Lovebraids could have used some work. She was a cool character. My only problem was she felt so similar to Mommy Longlegs. Like she didn't really it didn't really feel like she was her own thing. It just felt like she was a variation of Mommy Longlegs, and I think that needed some work. Like if she was a little more original, then she would have been absolutely peak. But she was just a Mommy Longlegs clone in my eyes. I mean, especially including how similarly the voice acting was done. I need to look into it. I would bet you money that Elsie Lovelock also voiced Lily Lovebraids. Yeah. Also, if you don't know, Elsie Lovelock, she's one of my favorite voice actors. She also voices Uzi from Murder Drones. She also was in Iron Lung by Markiplier, and she was the singing voice actress for Charlie in The Has-Been Hotel pilot. She's got quite a roster under her belt. She's okay to me. She is literally like Lady Gaga to me as a weird kid. She's been in every single online fandom I've ever liked. Yeah, but Lily's mechanics drove me crazy. Her chase sequences needed some work. I really love how her chase, like the most important part of the chapter, her chase that leads to her getting killed, could be entirely skipped. There was a bug that a lot of streamers found by accident, where if you go through one door, they forgot to lock one of the doors in her chase sequence, and if you go through that door, it kind of just stops, and you can progress with the rest of the chapter without officially killing her. So a lot of people at the end of the chapter were like, what happened to Lily Lovebraids? What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw the hospital picture of him. Poor guy. I saw Iron Lung. That film genuinely changed me as a person. I did not understand what the film was about until like 8 hours after I had watched it, and then I realized, oh, I should have seen it again because that was a cinematic masterpiece. Such a good movie, dude. I highly recommend seeing it if you get the chance. Awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. Sometimes I just like rewatching movies because I like seeing the subtext. Like with Steven Universe was a great rewatch because I realize now there was so much foreshadowing about Pink Diamond being Rose Quartz. Like I'm a big fan of the first introduction to Rose Quartz being that Steven steps on a picture frame and he shatters the glass inside. Oh, big fan of that. Big fan of that. It's great. Foreshadowing. My beloved. I watched Alvin and the Chipmunks as a kid. I remember there was this really messed up episode where they got a kitten. It was so upsetting to me as a child. And then the Chipmunks process their grief. Simon, who is their caretaker's name? Who's their caretaker's name? Whoever was like in charge of them or their manager or something just gets them a puppy. It was nothing. Awful. That's what's freaking me out about Mormon Mrs. Afton. She needs some eyelashes. Ooh, thick. Oh, what is going on with my brush right now? La, 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 la. You know what? I think I'm gonna get off the stream because I've been streaming for almost 2 hours at this point. Yeah, YouTube emojis are really gross. I don't like them either. Like, look at this guy. Look at all these. They're freaking me out. I don't like these. Ugh. I don't like this guy either. But yeah, I think we're gonna go off the stream. It was nice getting to hang out with you guys. Oh yeah, the digital circus. That's really fun. That's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get off the stream. It was really nice talking with you guys. I had a fantastic time. Good night, you guys. Get some rest. And see you guys next week. And talk to you guys in my comments of my next videos. Okay, bye. Have a nice night.